I'd stand in the kitchen after a normal day and dinner, washing dishes, and I would imagine hitting the dish against the sink and slitting my wrist. Or driving down the street, I'd think, what if I just drove off the bridge? You see, I was a successful, sought-after attorney with an amazing, supportive husband, a great condo in Fort Lauderdale. My life was perfect. And yet I had suicidal thoughts on a somewhat regular basis. I was dancing to the beat of everyone else's drum, and I just had to keep moving forward. I became an attorney because I wanted to help people. Like most of us who become attorneys, I had this grand vision of all the good that I would do and all the justice that I would bring. But then I had a rude awakening, starting with law school. Per the CDC, the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, in 2021, over 12 million American adults seriously contemplated suicide. The American Bar Association has found that over 40% of attorneys suffer from depression. Reuters did a study, and they found that attorneys are not only 22 times more likely to contemplate suicide, but we make up a third of all suicide deaths. So why such a high rate of depression and suicide? Well, Forbes did their own study, and they found that the contributors to this were high stress, overcommitment, loneliness, and being male. Yes, you heard that right. Being male. Think about that for a second. Masculine energies are characterized by achieving and doing, logic, reason, and aggression, not by energies like compassion, intuition, sympathy. From the beginning of law school, we are taught to look at the facts, zealously defend our clients, not allow our emotions to cloud our judgment, and most of all, win. The media, television shows, and movies all promote rude, underhanded, and aggressive techniques as good lawyering. I mean, I love Saul Goodman and Spectre Harvey just as anybody else does. But it's no wonder that society views attorneys as highly capable and competent, but cold and untrustworthy. Most of us go into this profession for altruistic reasons, for the unselfish concern for others, not for money or fame. We know it's hard work. We know it's long hours. But our commitment to our society overshadows all of that. We do not, however, expect to become lonely, alienated, emotionally restrained. We do not expect to become male. Now, all of us have feminine and masculine energies. Some of us are more masculine energy inclined, full of testosterone, those achievers and doers and go-getters. Some of us are more feminine energy inclined, the nurturers, the compassionates, the intuitives. And all of us fall somewhere in between. When we are true to our own masculine-feminine energy balance, that's when we're natural. That's when we're confident in ourselves. But when you strip away one of those energies, whether feminine or masculine, we become imbalanced and off. We start to lose ourselves. And when we lose ourselves, that's when we're much more prone to depression and suicidal thoughts. If you research ways on how to alleviate stress among attorneys, you will find advice like exercise more, Find more hobbies. Find that work-life balance, none of which deal with the root cause of these concerns. Attorneys are overstressed and overcommitted, and the advice is do more things. Okay. But if you remember, Forbes found that loneliness and being male are the top contributors. And the root cause of that is the stripping of the feminine energies. Now, I'm not saying we need to pump attorneys full of estrogen, but you know, if we are to try to alleviate this, we as a society must allow the feminine in the law. We as a society must stop the stigma for aggression and pure drive. We as a society must allow attorneys to be themselves and act as human beings. Supreme Court Justice of the United States, Sandra Day O'Connor, said, "More civility and greater professionalism can only enhance the pleasure lawyers find in practice, increase the effectiveness of our legal system, and improve the public's perception of lawyers." More civility, which is defined as geniality, consideration, friendliness, all of which are feminine energies and traditionally looked down upon in the law. Well, I'm happy to tell you that I no longer have suicidal thoughts. I am no longer constantly and consistently depressed. Why? Well, a few years ago, I opened up my own law firm, and I had the courage to do it my way. I had the courage to embrace myself, my whole self, not just the overachiever and high performer, but also the intuitive and the compassionate. This is why I am here today giving this talk. Because the way to better lives is to allow the feminine in the law. Not just the lawyers' lives, but their clients, their friends, their families, their societies. When I embraced my whole self, my practice skyrocketed. I was attracting more and better clients who are aligned with me because I was happier. I was getting better results from my clients because I wasn't wasting my energy on squashing my emotions. And I like to believe that I had made better choices for my community through those relationships and results. When you dance to the beat of your own drum, you take back your control and your identity. When you dance to the beat of your own drum, you are much more relaxed, less stressed, and happier. When you dance to the beat of your own drum, you inspire others to gain the courage to be themselves. Now, isn't it time that we all started dancing to the beat of our own drum? Thank you.